Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here with all of you today as we dive into one of the most valuable skills you can master, memory. The ability to remember important details, facts, names, faces, and information can significantly enhance your personal and professional life. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone looking to optimize your brain power, having a good memory system is a game changer. As Jim Kwik, the world-renowned brain coach, often says, your brain is a supercomputer, and your memory is the operating system. But just like any system, our memory needs proper maintenance, training, and the right tools to function at its best. In today's talk, we will break down the strategies and techniques to create a good memory system, one that will help you retain information more effectively, recall it when needed, and ultimately use your brain's capabilities to the fullest. We will explore some of Jim Kwik's most powerful memory techniques and practical tips that you can begin using right away. So if you want to unlock the full potential of your memory, improve your learning speed, and perform better in all aspects of your life, then keep listening, because we're about to dive into the world of memory systems. Step 1, understand the science of memory. Before we begin developing a good memory system, it's important to understand how memory works. Jim Kwik often teaches that memory is a skill, and like any skill, it can be improved with practice and the right techniques. At a basic level, memory is the brain's ability to store, retain, and recall information. There are different types of memory that play crucial roles in this process. Short-term memory, this is the memory system that holds information for a brief period, usually around 15 to 30 seconds. For example, if I tell you a phone number, your short-term memory helps you hold on to it long enough to dial it. Long-term memory, this is where information is stored for a more extended period, from hours to years. It's the memory system that allows you to recall important life events, learned skills, and knowledge. Working memory, this refers to the brain's ability to hold and manipulate information for cognitive tasks such as reasoning and problem solving. It's what helps you understand and process new information as you learn. Episodic memory, this is the memory of specific events and experiences in your life. Your first day of school, your wedding day, or the last time you went on vacation. Semantic memory, this is the memory of facts, concepts, and knowledge that is not tied to specific events. For instance, knowing the capital of France or remembering how to ride a bike. Understanding how these systems work is key to optimizing your memory. It means you can apply the right techniques to target each type of memory depending on what you're trying to achieve. Step 2, use the 3 R's to boost memory. One of Jim Kwik's fundamental strategies for memory improvement is the use of the 3 R's: read, retain, and recall. These 3 steps are the foundation for creating a powerful memory system. Let's break them down. 1. Read. The first step in creating a good memory system is reading, but not just reading mindlessly. Jim Kwik emphasizes active reading, engaging with the material in a way that makes it easier for your brain to process and remember. Here are some tips for active reading. Preview the material. Before diving into a book or article, skim through the content to get an overview of the main ideas. This helps your brain set up a mental framework for the information. Highlight key points. As you read, highlight or underline the most important concepts or ideas. This act of selecting key pieces of information forces your brain to engage more deeply with the content. Ask questions. Engage with the material by asking questions. What is the author's main argument? How does this information relate to what you already know? Asking questions helps your brain connect new knowledge with existing knowledge, making it easier to remember. 2. Retain. The second step is retaining the information. Once you've read something, your brain needs to retain it so that you can recall it later. Jim Kwik teaches that to retain information effectively, you need to use the spaced repetition technique. Spaced repetition is based on the idea that you need to revisit and review the material periodically to ensure it sticks in your long-term memory. Review regularly. Instead of cramming information all at once, review it multiple times over an extended period. For example, review what you learned at the end of the day, then the next week, and so on. Create mind maps. Mind maps are visual representations of information that help you organize and connect ideas. They are a fantastic tool for retention as they allow you to see the relationships between different pieces of information. Teach what you learn. One of the best ways to retain information is to teach it to someone else. Explaining concepts to others forces you to break down the material into simpler terms, which reinforces your understanding and memory. 3. Recall. The final step in the memory process is recalling the information when you need it. It's one thing to retain information, but it's another to recall it effectively. Jim Kwik recommends practicing active recall, which means testing yourself on the material you've learned instead of passively reviewing it. For example, after reading a chapter, close the book and try to recall the main ideas without looking at your notes. Use flashcards. Flashcards are a great way to practice active recall. Write a question on one side of the card and the answer on the other side. Review the flashcards regularly to reinforce your memory. Teach or explain the material. The best way to know if you truly understand something is by teaching it to someone else. By teaching, you engage your brain to recall the information in a coherent and meaningful way. Visualization. Another powerful technique for recall is visualization. Jim Kwik often encourages his students to visualize the information they want to remember. This creates a vivid mental picture that makes the information more memorable. Step 3. Utilize the memory palace technique. Now that you understand the basics of reading, retaining, and recalling information, let's dive into one of Jim Kwik's most powerful tools for improving memory, the memory palace technique. The memory palace, also known as the method of loci, is an ancient memory technique that helps you store large amounts of information by associating it with specific locations in a familiar place, such as your home. Here's how it works. Choose a familiar location. It could be your house, a route you walk every day, or any other place that you know well. Create a journey. Mentally walk through the location, choosing specific spots where you'll store pieces of information. For example, you might place a piece of information on your front door, another in the kitchen, another in your living room. Create vivid associations. As you walk through your memory palace, associate the information with vivid, memorable images. The more unique and unusual the image, the better your brain will remember it. Recall the journey. When you need to recall the information, simply walk through your memory palace in your mind, retrieving the information from each location along the way. By using the memory palace technique, you're leveraging your brain's natural ability to remember spatial locations. This technique is particularly effective for memorizing speeches, lists, and large amounts of information. Step 4, improve your focus and attention. A major barrier to having a good memory system is lack of focus. If you can't focus on the information you're trying to learn, it will be difficult for your brain to store and retain it. Jim Kwik teaches that focus is the key to improving memory. Here are some tips to improve your focus. Eliminate distractions. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and create a quiet space for studying or learning. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness exercises such as meditation and deep breathing help calm the mind and improve concentration. Chunking. Chunking is a technique where you group information into manageable pieces. For example, when memorizing a long phone number, break it into smaller chunks, e.g., 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. This makes the information easier to remember. Step 5, fuel your brain for memory. Just like your body needs fuel to perform at its best, your brain needs the right nutrients to optimize its memory function. Jim Kwik stresses that brain food is crucial for memory and cognitive performance. Here are some brain foods that boost memory. Omega-3 fatty acids. Found in fatty fish like salmon, omega-3s are essential for brain health and memory. Blueberries. Rich in antioxidants, blueberries help protect the brain and improve memory. Nuts and seeds. These are packed with healthy fats which support brain function. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate contains flavonoids that improve brain function and memory. In addition to eating brain-healthy foods, it's also essential to stay hydrated and get enough sleep. Both hydration and sleep are critical for memory consolidation, the process by which your brain stores information for long-term use. Conclusion. Master your memory. In conclusion, creating a good memory system isn't about relying on luck or natural ability. It's about using effective techniques and strategies to train your brain. By implementing the 3 R's of read, retain, and recall, utilizing the memory palace, improving your focus and attention, and fueling your brain with the right nutrients, you can drastically improve your memory and cognitive performance. As Jim Kwik often says, you are not your brain, you are the user of your brain. Your brain is a powerful tool, and by learning how to use it effectively, you can unlock incredible potential and achieve your goals more efficiently. Now that you have the tools, it's time to start applying them. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So go ahead and start building your own good memory system today. Thank you.